and thank you so much for joining us this evening. We will officially begin our webinar at 6:05 p.m. Around 90 of our families registered for tonight's webinar. So let's just give a few of them a few more minutes. All right, so welcome everyone to part 2 of our Transitioning Youth webinar. This webinar is being recorded, and this webinar is also brought to you by the Prince George's County Public Schools and the Prince George's Provider Council. My name is Doralee Palamos. I'm the Assistant Supervisor of Secondary Transition here in Prince George's County Public Schools. Our office's goal is to provide information and support to all families and PGCPS students as they transition from high school to post-secondary living. The recorded version of this webinar will be accessible within 24 to 48 hours after this event. And you can go to the event website, tinyurl.com/PGCPS TY Fair to access the recording. We also wanted to remind everyone to please stay muted to reduce feedback and background noise as our guests are presenting information to everyone. We wanted also to let you know that simultaneous interpretation services is provided during this webinar. So if you will see this interpretation globe if you are using a desktop computer or a laptop. You just need to press the globe and it will allow you to select Spanish interpretation. And then if you're using a mobile device like an iPad or a phone, at the bottom of your screen, tap the ellipsis icon on the bottom right and tap language interpretation and tap Spanish. For the ASL interpreters video, if you want to pin our ASL interpreters, make sure you're in gallery view and then click the ASL interpreters video and select the more button, the 3 dots, and then select pin video. Now, without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to our chairman of the Prince George's Transitioning Youth Committee, Ms. Kiera Bragg. Kiera?
Yes, thank you, Doralee, for that warm welcome. I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. You're doing an awesome thing by getting all of these resources that Ms. Clark has for you guys tonight. It's going to be an awesome night for you guys. Again, I am Kiera Bragg. I sit as the chair of the Transitioning Youth Committee with Prince George's County. So we have a lot of resources available for you guys tonight. And I'm also the Transitioning Youth Supervisor with Total Care Services. So if you guys have any questions as far as coordination, please do not hesitate to ask after the session tonight. And you guys, as we are going along, can post your questions in the chat and we will get back to them. Also, can everybody mute their phones and their computers? Thank you so much.
What do you want to do? We're ready to turn it over to Miss Melanie Clark.
All right, let me open up my agenda.
It's supposed to be for transitioning from high school.
All right, welcome everyone to Transition Tuesday. And like Miss Kiara said, if
I don't know what she's talking about already.
Mute their phones. If you can please mute. That is excellent. So my name is Melanie Clark. I am the Education and Community Engagement Manager for the ARC of Prince George's County. It is a pleasure to be here tonight to host this resource and disability benefits night. So we really want families to understand that there's lots of resources. Tonight, we're only going to talk about a few, but it is critical that you identify what are the community resources that's going to help your youth as they transition. That's like moving, as they currently are right now. Each year, they are moving until they exit out of school. And so you want to start to identify what are some key resources so that we are utilizing more community resources than we are using school resources. So when they say when the bus stops coming, it's not a shock to our youth. They really are ingrained and have a full life. And we always say the good life. And so that's what we're here to talk about tonight. How do we link up with some of these community partners so that we can plan for our youth to have a good life? So it is a pleasure to be here. Our first guest speaker is Miss Nicole. I hope some of you already know about Miss Nicole. She is from the Healing Farm. So I'm going to have Miss Nicole present, and she can share her screen if she likes. And we will have her presentation about the Healing Farm.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for your warm introduction. And hold on, I'm sorry.
I'm going to stop sharing.
There. Ooh, look at that. Miss Nicole is always proud when she can use Zoom effectively. So yes, thank you. I've been using it, as we all have now, for like 2 years, but it's still a little foreign to me. So we have a therapeutic horseback riding farm in Upper Marlboro, Maryland, and we have been in Prince George's County for about 15 years now. We serve about 70 participants a week in our various programs here on the farm. Therapeutic horseback riding, of course, many people know the benefits of that for those with special needs. Sitting on top of the horse is a great physical and cognitive therapy. It combines the best of many different kinds of therapies like OT and PT and speech. But horses also offer many different opportunities as well. So for your transitioning youth, I like to point out that many life skills can be learned on the farm. Because we are a therapeutic program, we have a very inclusive environment. We are set up to deal specifically with people with special needs. And so our volunteers are trained, myself, I am trained to work with people who need tasks broken down into smaller steps and who may feel some frustration learning new things. The things that we offer for teens and adults on the farm are vocational training and volunteer opportunities where they can learn job skills, such as being on time, following through with a task until it's done, asking questions for clarification, and not becoming frustrated when tasks are a little bit difficult. Right now, we have a young man who volunteers who, after about 5 minutes, he feels frustrated and feels that his time at the farm should be done. But we are encouraging him to continue working through his chore list. And even when he needs to take a break for a moment, or may throw his broom or something like that, we continue to work through those things. And because, again, we're an inclusive environment, we're open to those challenges. You can easily see how him learning to be patient and thorough here on the farm will help him to work in a different job, perhaps as paid employment eventually. So that's why I feel that the farm and horses can really serve a multitude of purposes, not just the therapeutic riding aspect, but also giving these job and life skills to people. We work with all ability levels. We have some volunteers who are nonverbal, and they do a picture list of chores and different volunteer jobs on the farm. We also have opportunities for people to work with the horses and gain experience caring for animals And at the end of that course, we provide them with a certificate so that we're certifying that they have certain skills with animals. And again, that's for all ability levels. Some people go through that certification course in 6 weeks, and some people it has taken them a year. So it's based individually on what your family member can do. And we're completely open to designing a program that works for them. We love to have the job coach or the parent come out with the person when they volunteer so that we can sort of teach the skills to the job coach or parent, and then they can help their person in addition to our volunteers to learn those things. We also right now have a sensory trail that we have been building. And that's really fun and therapeutic, but it also has been a real community project. And I did not foresee that initially, but many of our teens and adults with special needs are contributing and building it and helping, and they're really, really excited. And it makes me just so happy. It makes me want to cry right now thinking about it, because it's been such a wonderful community experience for everyone, and everyone is really contributing to it. So, does anyone have any questions?
All right. Ms. Nicole, do the hours of operation?
Yes, so the farm is open every day but Monday and Thursday. And we base our times that are open on what appointments we have. So we ask that you just call ahead. If you want to visit, you're welcome to visit most any day that we're open. And to set up an appointment where we can chat about what's available, you're welcome to do that as well. Here, let me see, hold on one second. Here, I'm going to share our Facebook page, which is an excellent way to get in touch with us. It's Miss Nicole's Horseback Riding and the Healing Farm. And so you're welcome to view our page. You're welcome, that has our phone number and email address. And just shoot us an email or a message, and we can set up a time for your family member and yourself to visit.
Wonderful. And there's no wait list currently, is there?
No, there is not. No, we try. I hate wait lists because because also, you know, usually by the time someone calls you for a service, they really, really need the service. And so we try really, really hard to always be available and be able to offer our services. And we have a great group of volunteers and helpers.
I think we have a question. And before we get to this question, Ms. Nicole, did you talk about all of the various animals that you have on the farm?
No, I did not. We have horses. We have 26 horses on the farm. We have a donkey. We have goats and chickens and bunny rabbits and cats and my goodness, that may be all. We have a miniature horse. I forgot Napoleon. We have a miniature horse named Napoleon. And he is a really special friend as well. And he visits nursing homes and senior centers and that sort of thing. So we have all sorts of creatures on the farm. There's
Awesome.
Napoleon. Yes.
Oh, and we have two people that have their hand raised, and I cannot see their question. Dorlee, did you want to?
They can unmute. The first person is Miss Nora Calloway. Go ahead, Miss Nora.
Hi, thank you for this presentation. And I live in Upper Marlboro, so that's really sad. I had no idea that this farm was here.
Yes.
But my son is on the autism spectrum, and he's older now, so he's trying to be more. He's definitely more independent now. But I think that will be a good experience for him. But I guess I'm not even sure how he will feel about with the sensory issues with the animals. I think that's the concern. So how do you work that out the first day, or when you talked about the parents doing the coaching, do they go the first day so that you can make sure that you know, everything is okay, or how does that normally work?
Yes, and we ask, especially with our adults who have not been, most of our riders have been with us more than 10 years, so we're really used to each other. But with adults and teens who have not been around animals and may be uncomfortable or getting used to the farm, we would ask that you would stay on the farm, definitely, and help him adjust to it. And even if he stays only 5 or 10 minutes the first time and then gradually acclimates to it, that's perfectly fine. About probably 90% of the people we serve are on the spectrum. So we are super used to that gradual acclimation process. So we would ask that you help him do chores that he may be familiar with at home, like sweeping the barn room, or feeding the rabbit, or, you know, doing something that's not as scary as going in the barn with all the big horses.
Thank you.
Sure.
Good question. Can we take one more question?
Yeah, our second question is from Miss Irene. Go ahead, please unmute.
Hi, good evening, everybody. This is a wonderful presentation, and I'm thinking about my little guy. He's 11 years old, and I'm trying to find something for him to do with animals because he loves animals.
Uh-huh.
So for volunteer opportunities, how old do you have to be?
You have to be at least 10.
Okay.
And what we do is usually pair them with a teen who is one of our neurotypical volunteers. And so they love working with someone who's closer to their own age. And the teen knows what to do and knows the safety procedures and that sort of thing. So they would work together on chores.
Oh, okay, great. And would the hours change for the summer?
No, the farm is always open all year long, every day of the week, but Monday and Thursday.
Okay, thank you.
So, sure.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Miss Nicole.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
If you haven't been to the Healing Farm, you definitely want to go, because amongst working with the animals or just seeing the animals, it is very healing to be on the farm. So I encourage everyone to connect with Miss Nicole and take a visit. And so Miss Nicole, if somebody wants to visit just to see how, you know, the experience of how their youth, you know,
Right.
Can they contact you?
Yes, please. We also have open houses every month.
Oh, okay.
And they are on our Facebook page under the events tab. And so there's no charge for the open house. Everyone is welcome to come. It's nice if you shoot us an email letting us know that you're coming, but it doesn't matter. And the farm is open during that time for questions and visits. And it's great if you want to see how your loved one may react to being on the farm, and to see if they actually like animals, if you're not sure. So that's a great way for them to meet all the horses and that sort of thing.
Wonderful. Thank you, Miss Nicole.
Thank you, guys.
And the information here will be given to Doralee, and she will post this on the TY site. Am I correct, Miss Doralee?
Yes, that's correct.
All right.
Thank you.
We got another hand raised. So
Okay, we can take one more question as I transition over to the next resource.
I'll go. Miss Erin, did you get your question? Since I'm a presenter, I don't want to take from
Yes,
you
she
guys.
did. Mhm.
Okay, so my question is, Miss Nicole, do you guys, I'm not sure if this is answered, offers any summer camp?
We only offer summer camp to our currently enrolled students.
Okay,
And so if, because it is, we limit it to only 8 people. And so we like to know those 8 children that we're going to be working with, because we have them for about 4 hours. So we want to make sure that we have a cohesive group.
understood. Thank you so much, Miss Nicole.
Sure, thank you.
Good question. So again, Ms. Nicole, thank you. And we're going to share your resource, and we hope everyone will take a day or go out to Ms. Nicole's open house to experience it. You don't know until you go out and experience it, whether your loved one will like it. Because a lot of times I thought, oh, I don't think my daughter would like it. And she did like it.
Yes.
So that's the thing. We don't know. And this is the opportunity for discovery. Like, this is when we should be trying out new things, volunteering, exploring. And this is how we know what our youth like. All right. So our next resource, I'm happy to say, is a resource that is a partnership with the ARC and the Archdiocese of Washington, D.C. and Prince George's County Resource, and it's called Brunch Bunch. And I hope you have maybe attended a brunch bunch. We've been doing these brunch bunch events, probably for the last 3-4 years. When the pandemic hit us 2 years ago, we automatically transitioned over into a virtual brunch bunch. And so now we do it as a monthly webinar 9 times out of the year. And we try to discover different topics that are just sometimes not talked about, or explore a little deeper a topic. And just to let you know, as families, you're getting lots of information while your youth is in school. But once they transition out of school, you have got to make sure you have connections to continue to get information. And we like to think the Brunch Bunch is that way of keeping families connected with information. And so we offer this the 4th Thursday of every month, 9 months, I'm gonna say every month, 9 months out of the year. And our next Brunch Bunch is Thursday, March 24th at 11 a.m. It is 1 hour. And we're going to be talking about building skills for work. We're going to learn about a program that is offered in Montgomery County. And they have done some just exciting, innovative work initiatives. And so hopefully you will participate. The fact is, we do record these, but it's great that you can log in, listen while you're at work, ask questions, because this is the way you learn how to build your youth life. When they're no longer in school, it's the families who are connecting and trying to find the goods and services and the resources. So, and it also helps you to think outside the box. Like, oh, okay, I didn't know this resource is available. And we don't often stay contained in Prince George's County. We try to go outside the box, outside of our area, because there might be things that are close by that might not be in Prince George's County. So we're excited to have Up County Community Resources come and present their programs about their work initiatives. All right. And we also will have a bunch next month. And I think it's April 28th. I believe it's going to be on voting. So if you don't get this information, please let me know. We can add you to our contact list. All right, I'm going to have my colleague join me, Ms. LaQuana Simmons, and talk about a program that's dear to me, and it's called Ready at 21, and I'll let her describe it.
Okay, so thank you, Melanie. I mean, I just want to reiterate that the Brunch Bunch is a great way to start to build those linkages, like Melanie said, and really scaffold how you want to support your youth or adult with disabilities in the community once they transition out of school. So the Ready at 21 is for those who are 14 to 21 still in school. They can be in school, high school or college, but it's our way of educating them on the transitions to working in the community, job readiness training. We offer instructional support on self-advocacy, what is required in that work base, what's required when you're working in the community. This is a great opportunity. It's a 14-session, 7-week course. It is virtual, Mondays and Wednesdays. You do have to get pre-approved or referred by your DOORS counselor. So how do you access this service? How do you start to prepare your team who has never worked in the community? This is the start. It's job awareness, job readiness. We cover things like post-secondary education. We start them on the road to self-awareness and self-advocacy. What is required when you're working in the community. So these are great building blocks to helping our team prepare for work once they transition to that stage where they're ready to work. We want to prepare them. We offer a lot of great tools and supports and educational material with regard to our Ready at 21 program. How you can reach out is to register with your DOORS, the DOORS Office Division of Rehabilitation Services, and someone will contact you. A DOORS counselor will get in touch with you, and then you can recommend or request the Ready at 21 job exploration web-based learning program. So thank you, Dorley, for putting it on there. So this is a great tool for those who, and we want to, and the thing is with the job readiness, it is a scary thought. This is a new terrain. However, you want to scaffold it by beginning the awareness, the discussion, the preparedness, because the sooner they're exposed to these kinds of expectations, the more prepared they are when they transition to a work-based learning experience or a summer job or internship program. Melanie, did I miss anything?
I don't think you missed anything. I think you captured it. We
I think-
definitely really focusing on independent living skills. So sometimes people say, "Oh, my youth, I can't imagine them working." Okay, and that's okay. But we're all going to be living in a community, and we all got to practice our independent living skills. And we talk about safety on the job. We talk about traveling in the community. We talk about those soft skills. You got to know how to work with others. So a lot of the skills we talk about is skills that they're going to need to be successful in the community. So, and Maryland is an employment first state. So and that's always going to be presented to you, no matter what level your loved one is. It's how are we getting them closer to an integrated, competitive, workplace. So, and that may look different for different people. It might be more entrepreneurial. It might be you selling water bottles at the racetrack. I don't know why I brought up the racetrack.
but that's a good, I mean, working, and that's why we want to bring in the UpCounty. I think that'll be a great resource too. But these are just ways to start to think about what my child's life will look like once they transition out of school supports. I think the difficulty with parents is the safety net of programming. You leave that and then you don't know what to do next. And it really is learning these techniques and placing these tools in place so that you don't feel like you're in a free fall, that you are aware of what's out there, that you know about job training and job awareness and job readiness. But like Melanie said, is we do more than just that. And what I like about this particular program is that we don't have any criteria for our students. We don't set a limit on who we let into the program. We want all learners to be a part of it because we feel like all learners will be in the community, whether you're volunteering, whether you are going to the community center for activities. We want to empower you to know how to be a self-advocate, know what is available to you, what resources you have, and begin to speak up for yourself, because that is the most important thing with our youth that we want to encompass. I see 4 hands raised. Do we want to ask questions before we move on?
Dorley, it's up to you.
Because we can keep talking.
It's already 6:33. I'm gonna ask our participants to take note of their questions, write it down or put it in the chat. And we're going to address all of the questions from 7:15 to 7:30 p.m. just so we could follow the structure and agenda that we have prepared tonight.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All
Sounds
right.
good. Okay.
Our next flyer that you'll see in front of your screen is called Transition 101. This is a parent webinar to help parents plan for the future. We bring up topics that will expose parents on what they need to know about transitioning from school to adulthood. So our next one is in the evening of March 24th at 6:30. We are so happy to have a guest speaker. Her name is
Victoria Selden.
Thank you. And Victoria is, her expertise is career assessment. So I think everybody should know what a career assessment is, know how to ask for one through a DOORS counselor. And so that evening on the 24th, we'll be discussing career assessment. All right.
And let me just say that a career assessment is more than just job awareness. It's about transportation. It's about, again, independent living, moving your child to a more independent assessment of their skill set. So there are great tools and linkages that Victoria will wrap around you to start to think about where my child fits into the diagram of employment, supported living, community engagement. Can they can they ride the bus on their own? Can they transport? What are these steps that will need to take place in order to get my child to a closer level of independence? And it's a great, I always say, it's a great working Bible for parents to use for not just career development, but overall independence. Okay. Benefit enrollment. Sorry, Mel. Okay. Because I'm sorry, Dorleen, we can be here all way. Okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead and explain. Benefits Enrollment Center is a wonderful center. Miss Simmons is the benefits specialist, so I'd love for her to explain in 60 seconds.
Okay, in 60 seconds. All right. In 60 seconds, basically, it is what we do. We support adults with disabilities, 18 years and older, and seniors, educating them as well as providing them a free resource guide on what state and federal benefits they're eligible to receive. A lot of these state and federal benefits have hidden benefits or supports that we may not even be aware of, that we're not taking advantage of. And we want to, again, so we educate you on them. We also provide you their resource guide. And then through a free screening, we take the necessary data and create the report. And then from there, if there's any state benefit that you deem you're eligible to receive, we help you apply for that benefit and we get you on your way. We really want to empower our parents, our caregivers to know and to utilize these tools, because despite the fact that Prince George's County is the second largest county in the metropolitan Maryland area, we are under enrolled in state and federal benefits. That's why the National Council on Aging, which is partnered with the ARC, created the BEC for the ARC so that we can start to educate the community on what state and federal benefits they're eligible to receive, to really access those hidden costs, those hidden benefits, because as you know, food assistance is growing. The need for that is growing. So we want to just empower our families to take advantage of that. Even if you just to get the free screening, it's a great resource guide for our families. Okay, did I do it in justice? Go ahead, Mel.
We just encourage everyone to contact us. Ms. Simmons, please put your the correct telephone number in, and if you could download the flyer for everyone. This is a transition linkage. And so please contact us so that you don't want to miss out on knowing what's available. Even if you already have some of these benefits, you don't want to miss out on knowing other benefits and or other resources. We give a great comprehensive resource guide. All right. And so we're going to go on to our next. I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and we're going to go on to our next presenter, which I believe is Archstring. No, it's Pam from Prince George's County Resource. Thank you, Pam.
No worries. Thank you. So good evening, everyone. I'm Pam Rosansky. I am the director for Prince George's Community Resources. most people don't really know what we do. So I thought maybe if we kind of renamed ourselves Providing Great Community Resources, people would get what we're trying to do in the community. So PGCR was created to serve adults who have transitioned from school-based services. We do work with some transitioning youth and their programs, but mostly we're working with adults after they've transitioned from school-based services. And we've been around since 2015. And, you know, prior to all the shutdowns, oh, we were having a heyday. We had programs, activities, community engagement, activities, presentations, what have you. And we had our own programs and classes, and we partnered up with a variety of different community agencies. And we had our movie nights going and just different and wonderful things for our young adults and older adults to get involved with so that they could be more an inclusive part of their community. All right. But of course, 2020 brought what we call virtual changes. Everybody, I'm sure, can relate to this, that, you know, we had to reinvent ourselves a little bit in some of the activities. So we created a bingo game, and this is something that we do every Tuesday morning. We are in our second year of this activity. It is held virtually over Google Meet, and it is a free game. And happy to say that, you know, like we are in our second year of this activity, and just did a guesstimate. If you took $45 per person or per game each week over the 2-year span, we've given away over $4 grand in prizes, and we've helped over 40 retail stores, online stores, and restaurants. So we try to remind our participants that not only are you having fun, you're helping to keep the community going. So after our bingo game, let's get the next slide up, there we go. We started our cooking class. We had an in-person living skills program headed by Dr. Juanita Pusley, who is a physical therapist, worked for the county schools for many, many years until she retired. But she created our cooking program. And so from the comfort of her kitchen, she helps to guide our participants into creating healthy and simple dishes using both countertop and stovetop appliances, major appliances and small appliances as well. So you know, we have a good core group. You can see, unfortunately, Emmanuel got sideways there. Sorry about that, Emmanuel. We have a good core group of people who participate. This is every Monday afternoon. At the end of my presentation, I have a slide that has the time frame for all of these, and of course, where you can go to register or find more information about them. And then our next slide, we did a fundraiser and celebrated our 5 years in the community. And then, of course, we moved on into 2021. So with a grant from Spirit Club, who I know you'll hear from later, we've been able to add an exercise program. So we called our program the PGCR Pumps You Up Club, and gave incentive shirts out for our participants. But basically, we gather every Thursday afternoon at 3:30 in the afternoon. We rotate through a variety of videos. You can see that we choose from cardio or balance fitness, strength fitness. We let the group decide, you know, so, and we've tried different incentive things of keeping charts for sit-ups, lifting weights, what have you, added into our class to try to make it a little bit more of a group feel than just watching the video together. But we work out together to these videos, and these rotate every week, and this is every Thursday. And then we moved on into Zumba. People decided, well, not everybody in the group liked Zumba, but some did. And so Spirit Club again provided the resources for us to be able to have a Tuesday afternoon activity. This is also at 3:30 in the afternoon, and we gather virtually and we dance the afternoon away and have a great time doing it. This is also a free event. And bingo came back. We jokingly say we are the bingo king or queen, depending on how you want to view us. But with our bingo game firmly in place, we had Friday night bingo and movie nights long before COVID hit that were very successful. We were able to put these into Friday night virtual games, which we do on the first Friday of each month. We did try to bring a hybrid game where we had some in-person attendance as well as the virtual at the same time. And that worked for a few months, but by far and large, the popular choice was to go virtual. But we are going to open up in April the hybrid option again. So we're hoping we'll see some people coming out, but we will keep that virtual option open. And then we were very fortunate in 2022 for the new activity that we just started from ArtStream. Again, another great community resource that you'll hear from after me. And we started what is called our Super Social Sing-Along, kind of modeled after the Super Social Saturday program that they have, where people gather together and they learn social skills in fun ways and they just kind of share. This is very similar to that, but they've added music. So we have 2 professionals that lead our participants in this program to singing exercises, vocal warm-ups, and physical activity to kind of bring good air and breathing into their singing. And they do Broadway tunes and they do familiar popular tunes. And it's been a great time. So we started this out in February. We ran 6 weeks and hey, we're holding it over and we're starting again in April with a brand new session. And you can see the registration for that on our website as well. So just a quick recap of what a week at PGCR might look like. We have our Monday daily living class at 3:30. We do ask for $5 per person per session. And it's a low cost because we recognize that participants will have to provide their own ingredients. We send out the menus and recipes well in advance so that people can choose whether to register or not. And then the how-to sheets are sent by Dr. Pusley. And then she follows them along in class so that they actually get to keep a page of what is being prepared that day. Morning bingo is a free game, 10 a.m. every Tuesday. We'd love to see you. We even have out-of-state participants from Iowa. Amazes me. And then our Zumba is free. It's in the afternoon on Tuesdays as well. Super Social Sing-Along, 4:30 p.m. It averages to about 15 per session, but the total for the April cost, it's a 4-week session of $60. I just wanted you to see that it's fairly low cost for the event. Cheaper than some movies and way more fun. Thursdays, we're back to our PGCR Pumps You Up Exercise Club. It is free. It's open to anyone. You can register on our site. And then our first Friday evening bingo. So we're hoping to provide more activities, especially as things open back up and try to make a switch to combine some hybrid activities of what we're currently doing and maybe find some new activities as well. We're always open to ideas, suggestions of what your loved one may want to do or is interested in. So you can check out our programs by visiting, and I'll put all of this in the chat for you. pgcr.org is our website, and then of course /programs to see what the programs are about. And then there's my contact number and information there and email as well. So I thank you for the opportunity to present to you. Hope we see you at one of our PGCR events and get involved.
All right, thank you, Pam. PGCR is the place to be for the bingo. Oh my goodness, wonderful prizes. Everybody's excited. And it's a great social networking, even though it's virtual. So now that we're back in person, so it's going to be a great way to start to build back those social skills. All right, thank you, Pam. And we are excited for our next resource partner, which is ArtStream. And we have Katie here from ArtStream.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Katie. ArtStream.
All right. Hello, everyone. Ooh, what is going on with my slide? Oh, my goodness.
No worries. We see people's feet.
All right. Let's try that one more time. Okay. All right, there we go. Thank you for your patience. I just wanted to start by saying thank you for this opportunity to talk a little bit about ArtStream. So my name is Katie Mraz, and I am the outreach coordinator for student and volunteer engagement. And I'm joined by my colleague, Rachel, who is our programs manager. We are celebrating our 17th anniversary this year, and we are currently hosting a schedule of virtual and in-person performances, workshops, and classes. So ArtStream's classes, workshops, and performing companies fuel each student's imagination, creativity, and focus. So students are improving their communication and social skills while they're also developing friendships. And these newly discovered talents and capabilities help improve students' self-esteem, their poise and confidence, and all of that really extends to their day-to-day lives. So what we do, whether it is a class, workshop, or theater company, our programs build communication and social skills that are applicable in all aspects of life, from the stage to the family dinner table to IEP meetings and even at the workplace. So we have theatrical games that require people to listen, to engage, to communicate, and to collaborate with each other. And these games teach students to make eye contact, think on their feet, make connections, solve problems, all of which are applicable to everyone's day-to-day life. So who we serve, our programs are open to people with intellectual and developmental disabilities, including autism. You do not need to have any acting experience to take a class or workshop. There is a role for everyone at ArtStream. Our classes are 18 and up, and our partner classes, the ages can vary. So I just wanted to take the time to share with you a brief video, and this sort of gives an idea as to what our performances look like. And this one was held over Zoom.
Be the first people to live on Mars. Auditions today.
I really need this. It's always been my dream. I look at the FS screen. They gonna know this. I'm sure they'll know this. I got desire. This job is meant for me. If I can only make them see. My mother's would be so charming.
Maybe just a tad alarming.
But I cannot share. Outer space is calling me. Who knows, there might even be Australian. Like I said, outer space is calling me. Who wants someone with space experience? Don't need someone to report home. Think I read best friend. Mars would be so charming. I thought it's so charming. Outer space is calling me.
All right.
So that was just a brief clip to show you what our students are doing in our classes and in our performance companies. So I will go back to sharing my screen. If it loads. I'm sorry, my computer is being a little bit slow today.
Okay, no worries.
Okay, there we go. Now it is working. All right, so these following quotes, they come from ArtStream's annual survey that we conducted in June 2021. So our research showed us that ArtStreamers had a safe, caring space to look forward to going to, that classes help students express themselves, and that classes provided students with an overall feeling of accomplishment. So I am now going to pass it over to my colleague, Rachel, and she will talk a little bit about our teaching artists and then also some of the classes that we offer.
Okay, absolutely. Evening, everyone. As Katie said, my name is Rachel, and I am the programs manager here at ArtStream. And a little bit about of our teaching artists that they hold many degrees, bachelor's, master's in special education, fine arts. We have a drama therapy. One of our teachers has a certified therapy dog that she utilizes during classes to help students be more excited about themselves, to help them be able to speak clearly, to feel more confident. So they receive on-the-job training. We have master teachers who have been with ArtStream a long time and have worked with a variety of our organizations. And they also receive biannual trainings by different thought leaders when it comes to work with students with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Many of our teachers have an average of 6 years working with ArtStream, and each year, barring the 2 years that we were virtual, we just brought back certifying our teachers in CPR every year. So we can go to the next slide. So this is just a quote from one of our parents. Along with this quote, we also had a student who has been with us for a very long time. And his first year, he was a part of our companies and he didn't say anything. And then the next year he had one line, and then the next year he had more lines. And now he is expressing himself in an amazing way. And those are the things that we want to see here at ArtStream. We want to see students to come, feel at home, and grow, and to utilize different skills that they learn through the arts for life. So you can go to the next slide. So here we have some classes available. As Pam said, we do have a Super Social Saturday. We offer 2 virtually online each weekend. So one from 4 to 5:30 and then one from 4:30 to 6, which are both $25 a class. We also are starting our in-person ones, which are at the Rockville Apartments community, which is $35. We do have scholarships available. I'm sure Katie will put her email, and if you reach out to us, we can definitely get you set up for scholarships if need be. We also have classes coming up. We are starting to release our spring and summer classes where we are getting back into both virtual and in person. We are super excited for the summer. One of our teachers will be teaching a one-time workshop of stage combat. So we are so excited for it. This is something our students have been asking for. So we're excited to have that join our roster. Next slide. And these are our performances. We have our Inclusive Theater Company. They will be performing in person at Cinetic Theater, which is in Arlington, Virginia. And then we also have a filmed premiere on April 14th. And if your students want to see, or if your child wants to see what we do offer 2 free show tickets for students between the ages of 16 and 26. So please reach out to us and we will get that arranged for you. But we would love for you to see what our participants do in our inclusive theaters and our cabarets. And a note about our theaters and cabarets: the students come together and they create their own script, they create their own musicals. So what the video you saw, the students came together along with the choreographer and the director, and they put those together. So it's really utilizing those skills for socialization, as well as being confident, for self-advocacy, and for confidence. And these are our great ArtStreamers.
Thank you, Rachel. And just to conclude, at ArtStream, we have seen formally withdrawn students blossom, make new friends, and really discover new talents and capabilities. And honestly, ArtStreamers, they're given the chance to focus on what they can accomplish and what they are capable of doing. And on this slide, I have my contact information if anybody has any questions. If anybody has any questions, you can reach out here. I'm going to put our website in the chat as well as a flyer for our upcoming performance that Rachel had mentioned.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Love ArtStream. Great way to work on those social skills and expressive skills and communication. Love it, love it. So our next presenter is the one and only Sandy Kelstrom from Maryland Park and Planet, which we love. Parks and Recs, we love it. So we're gonna have Sandy share her screen. And again, thank you, ArtStream, for presenting. It's good information.
Thank you so much, Melanie, for that energetic, warm welcome. It's so nice to be here and presenting this evening. I'm happy to talk about the wonderful things that Parks and Recreation is doing. And so what's happening in Parks and Recreation? So Melanie already introduced me. I'm Sandy Kellstrom. I'm a therapeutic recreation coordinator with the Maryland National Capital Park and Planning Commission. So for a while, due to COVID, we weren't able to get our guides out. Things were kind of unpredictable, but now we are starting to get back on to a regular routine and schedule. I'm happy to say our guides are out, and the guide, let me hold up a, whoops, sorry, I'm a little fuzzed out, but the guides are out. You can pick them up at your community centers, at the library. And it's loaded. I'm glad to say that it is loaded again with all kinds of fun and exciting things. So typically the guide comes out in the spring, summer, fall, and winter. And we're currently on the spring guide. You can also go to pgparks.com to view the guide online. We offer many different types of programming, from arts, aquatics, childcare, computer skills, crafts and hobbies, fitness and health, lifestyle and learning, martial arts, nature, sports, spring break camps, summer day camps, summer playgrounds, summer extreme teen centers. Yes, it's all coming back. We learned over the past 2 years that people would like to participate in different ways. Some people love in-person classes. Other people like a single day ticketed event in person. We have online and virtual activities and classes. We also have single day online virtual ticketed events and workshops. So lots of different things to choose from depending on your lifestyle. In order to sign up for a Parks and Rec class, you must have a Parks Direct account with us. And a Parks Direct account is like having a library card or grocery bonus card. You're going to create that account. You can do it online or by visiting any of our 44 community centers. And what you need to do is provide proof of residency. And if you're not a resident of Prince George's County, we also have opportunities for out-of-county residents and then also by-county residents. So now that you've probably found all different types of programming that you're interested in registering for, it's important to know that we have disability services. We have disability services is the umbrella over our therapeutic recreation programs, our program access office, which services inclusive programs, and then of course, independence. People are free to use the full continuum at any time. So maybe I have a 17-year-old that would like to participate in a therapeutic recreation summer day camp, but yet is able to participate in a martial arts class at a community center with the support of the program access team, such as an inclusion support staff. Or maybe the 17-year-old is able to participate independently in a video game or web design class. So don't feel like you are being tracked. You can most certainly use the full continuum at any time. We are happy to say that we have spring break camp back in person this year. For a registration fee of $120 and aftercare for an additional $14. April 11th through the 15th, we'll have indoor, outdoor games, treasure hunts, exercise and physical activities, interactive video games, and much, much more. So the one thing that I do want to say about this is that we do still have a mask mandate currently for our spring break camp, and it's directly related to childcare programming is where we have our mask mandates. but stay tuned. Anything can change at any time. And I just want to point out that this is extremely a reasonable fee, especially most of you who probably access babysitting services or a companion service operating at $20 an hour. This is a good bang for your buck and a lot of fun too. I want to bear with me 1 second. Here we go. All right. So this is current availability within our therapeutic recreation programs. We have a lot of classes that just started. We have Sidekicks Karate, which is extremely popular. We have 2 age groups, ages 6 through 12. And then we also have a 13 and older group. We also offer Tai Chi for 18 and older. Now, this one has been extremely popular, whether in person or on virtual opportunity, the Drum and Tone. And then we have our huge spring fling dance coming up, which I'll talk about more shortly. And bowling and something brand new, exciting. We are now introducing a running club. And let's see, and yoga. So lots of fun stuff. And I want to note too that the running club starts at age 5. Okay, we are having in person our first spring fling in a long time, Saturday, April 30th from 6 to 9 p.m. for a fee of $25. Come enjoy music and dancing and lots of fun with us. So the dress for this is dressy casual, so a nice blouse, slacks, dress. It's not a jeans affair. We really encourage people to dress to impress for this event. Registration is already in process. This is for ages 13 and up.
Love it.
We also have, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I love the dance. You know, I love the dance.
I'll meet you there. So also we have the 5K run walk for autism coming up on Saturday, April 23rd. So we have back-to-back fun happening. The fee for this is $15. So don't forget to register for the 5K run walk. I'm sorry. My screen is not showing me the full thing, but it's a glow walk.
Yeah.
So we'll be handing out glow sticks. We want to make sure that everybody's bright, colorful, glowing, and that this is a nighttime fun event. It is in the dark. So the more glow you have on, the better it is. But I also want to let you know that the proceeds that we make from this event go back into our scholarship for the UFIT scholarship that helps fund people on the autism spectrum to attend our camps in the summertime. So it goes full circle.
Fun event. 2 fun events. You must be there. Fun events.
And you don't have to be Prince George's County residents to come to that glow walk. We have people come from all over the state of Maryland, dressed in all different types of blue gear. So highly encourage that. May is Children's Mental Health Matters Month. And we host a virtual chalk art festival. We give away buckets and buckets of chalk. So I'm happy to share with the providers. I'll let you know where you can pick it up. This year, new to the event will be a story walk that'll also be held for the entire month of May at Watkins Regional Park at the Wizard of Oz Playground. We're going to do an initiative where we're going to create coloring books. So be sure to follow us on Facebook at the PGC Mental Health Champions, Children's Mental Health Matters. All right, something we've all been waiting for. Summer programs, summer day camps are back. Summer playgrounds are back. So these are really important dates to remember. You want to be sure to put on your calendars Wednesday, April the 20th at 9 a.m. We're going to start registrations for our summer summer programs. Oops, I'm sorry. I might have just given you some. Okay, yes. So April 20th, be sure to put that on your calendar, but these are some other things that you want to be aware of. On April 4th, we will release the registration forms that you can update online so that you're ready to go for April 20th. For those people, we feel that our prices are pretty low and fair, but we understand that people have different circumstances and that some people might need additional fee assistance in order to attend our programs. And we do have a fee assistance program. It is to determine your eligibility for the program. You can go on pgparks.com and type in fee assistance program and look at the calculator and look to see if you would qualify. So most programs that are over $35 would be eligible programs such as our childcare, day camps, memberships, and many other types of programming covering all ages and abilities. You would apply by completing paperwork. And in the meantime, you would put 10% down towards the course fees until the paperwork is reviewed, approved, or denied. So I hope I was able to cover all this under 10 minutes. I just want to say thank you again for this time and this opportunity to speak to everyone. And we really thank you all for your continued loyalty and patronage to Parks and Recreation. We are here for you. We have adapted over the times. And I'm really excited. We're moving full force ahead and ready to serve you all. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Sandy. Live more, play more. Hey,
that's right.
That's what we're gonna do. And Sandy, you stay on because we have one more guest speaker, and I know we have some questions for Park and Planning. So we are excited to bring our next guest speaker, which is Spirit Club. That is Jared Signer. If I said Jared's last name right. And
yep.
Hi, Jared. Yay.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
We are wonderful. You are right on time. We got 20 more minutes, but we want to give you 10 minutes to share, and we're going to do some Q&A after you. Awesome.
Perfect. Well, thanks for sticking around till the end, so you had a chance to hear a little bit about Spirit Club. So for anybody who has not heard of Spirit Club, our mission is to offer a universal design for fitness, which means we want our programs and our exercise classes to be designed to support as many people as possible. We want people with disabilities to feel comfortable. We want people without disabilities to feel like they can get a great workout. And we want people with different types of disabilities to all be able to feel as though they can access our classes and participate successfully. So it's great to be connected with more people who are looking for resources in the community. And for anybody who's looking for something to support a health or a fitness related goal, we are here to provide some resources and opportunities that I'll share a little bit about. For a quick background, Spirit Club is about 10 years old. We started in 2012. At the time, I was working as a support counselor, working with adults with disabilities. And my other job was working as a personal trainer at a gym. And those two jobs helped me identify the need and realize the importance of making fitness programs more accessible and more supportive, so people with disabilities could participate and feel comfortable joining programs. So Spirit Club offers those programs. And up until the pandemic, we've been doing everything in person. We have a gym in Kensington, which is based in Montgomery County. And we also had a lot of classes going on in Prince George's County. We had classes hosted at the ARC of Prince George's County, classes hosted at Ardmore Enterprises, and a few other locations. And of course, when the pandemic came, we shifted our model. Sorry, I'm going to shut my door so you don't have to hear my kids crying. And we started offering online classes. So for the next few minutes, I'm just going to share a little bit about the classes that you can join online for anybody who is more comfortable participating from home. And then I'll share a little bit about our status with offering in-person classes in Prince George's County. So I'll go ahead and share my screen with you. This is the Spirit Club website that gives you a little overview of what Spirit Club has to offer. Our tagline here is Fitness for All, which really sums up what we are all about. And a little bit lower, you can see our main focus here. We offer virtual exercise training, both live and on demand. We offer community group classes based out in the community or at our gym where any individual community member can join. We offer private group classes for agencies or organizations that want a class just for their participants. And we also offer personal and partner training for anybody who's looking for something more specialized or customized. So while all these programs are available, I'm going to focus a little bit on the virtual for now. I'm really excited. We are now launching our classes onto a new platform. This is what they look like formerly. We have our live and on-demand classes, and the on-demand classes consist of a wide variety of different class types where you can do things like fitness, yoga, Zumba, boxing, meditation, healthy cooking. So this is what the current website looks like, where you can access the classes. So you can see a lot of different class types. And I'm really excited to share with you all the early stages of the new platform. And what we're really proud about, this is the new platform. The classes haven't been loaded on yet, but we have updated our filters. And what I'm really excited about is having a really robust filtering system, particularly this filter called accessibility. And this is what we have found with some research to be really the most accessible online fitness program platform that's available. You can filter by like the category of class you want to do, whether it's a story time fitness class, which is really fun, where our trainers dress up in costumes and take you through a story, yoga, Zumba, boxing, healthy cooking, meditation, adventure fitness, drumming fitness, all these different class types. You could filter by your favorite trainer. You could filter by all these different categories: workout focus, body focus, intensity, duration of the class, how long the classes are, what type of equipment. But my favorite one here is this accessibility filter. And this is where you could filter by classes that have, for example, verbal descriptions, where the trainers are describing everything they do for somebody with low vision so that they could participate. You can find classes with captions for somebody who's unable to hear the class. You can find a class with a support version where there's a member on screen participating with a supporter, a caregiver, or a family member, so that those two people together can participate. Classes with voiceover, classes with no lyrics to make the instructions easier to hear, classes with 2 seated versions for somebody who uses a wheelchair, classes led by self-advocates, one of my favorite categories. About half of our instructors are people with disabilities teaching the classes. And when you join a class, it looks like this. You see multiple levels all being demonstrated at the same time. And here's a little sample of a class. I'll turn the volume down, but play it so you can see it. In this class, you'll see the 3 different levels. Right on the top left, I'm teaching the baseline version of a chair squat. So I'm going to be standing up out of my chair and sitting back down. David on the bottom, David has cerebral palsy. He's demonstrating the seated version, reaching up and reaching down for anybody who's more comfortable exercising sitting down. And Gabby on the top right is doing the advanced version. She's adding a shoulder press at the top. So these classes are designed to make sure everybody can participate. A family of people with different backgrounds and abilities could all join a class and do it together in their own way, right? Maybe mom or dad is following Gabby, maybe son or daughter is following me, maybe brother or sister is following David, and everybody can do the class differently together. And that's really what these classes are all about. Different levels, but not separated, right? It's not go here for a seated class or here for standing. Everybody come to the same class and do it in the way that's best for you. So we're excited to have these classes available and to have our new platform. And my favorite part about having access to these classes is we do everything on a pay what you can basis, which means if you want to join, you'll have unlimited access to all the classes, both the on-demand classes we just looked at, but also the live classes, so you can join in real time. You have unlimited access to join as many classes as you want, and it's all at the price that you choose. So people select their own price. You pay a monthly fee and you could say, I want to pay $5 a month. Somebody else could say, I want to pay $50 a month. It's up to the members. And no matter what price you pick, you'll have the same unlimited access to the classes. So finances is another barrier. And that's something that we want to make sure that there's access to the classes regardless of your financial situation. So all these classes are available regardless of what you're comfortable paying. And the last thing I'll share before I'll pass it on is we are also looking to reopen our in-person classes in Prince George's County. And one thing we're always looking to find is a nice new community-based location. So and that's really, we have a list of people ready to go. And so two things, if you're interested in joining, definitely reach out. We'd love to add you to the roster. We could always add more classes if they fill up. And the other thing we're looking for is locations. So if you know anywhere out in the community, whether it's a gym, a rec center, a church, a park, we've taught classes anywhere. We don't need any equipment. We just need a little bit of space. So if you're interested in joining an in-person class, let us know. If you have an idea for a location for an in-person class, let us know, because we're always looking to add more. And of course, if you're looking to have access to the online classes, let us know, and we'd be happy to share access with you to those as well. So with that, I'll just put my email address here in the chat. In case anybody has any follow-up questions or ideas, please feel free to share. And I'm also happy to stick around to answer questions if anybody has. And thank you. Really appreciate you taking the time to learn about Spirit Club.
All right, thank you, Jared. And we love Spirit Club. It's a treasure. You've been very helpful through the pandemic, kept people fit, engaged, the options, and pay what you can, is what you said, right? You know,
exactly.
They can't beat that. And we all got to join up there. There's no excuse. And you have healthy cooking classes on there too. So I love that. I love it. Everyone has been wonderful tonight. All our guest speakers, ArtStream, Spirit Club, PGCR, the Art Benefits Enrollment Center, the Healing Farm. I don't know if I forgot anybody, but this is wonderful. Families, I hope that you identify at least one of these resources or more. And oh, don't let me forget park and planning. Oh my goodness. That you will start to put as a part of your linkage, your transition linkage, so that you can connect with these resources. Dorlee, we will get these resources onto our TY website. That's the website everybody should be going to visit and, you know, link up with their resources. And Dorlee, do we have any questions that we'd like to answer before we close out? This is our Q&A time. All right.
I don't see any questions in the chat, but you are correct. Within 24 to 48 hours, I will be adding this recording to our event website, which is tinyurl.com/BGCPS Fair. For those participants who would like to ask questions, you can go ahead and type it in the chat or raise your hand and you can unmute yourselves.
Let me raise my hand while everybody else is trying to chat. For park and planning, Sandy, did you talk about aftercare for those who might be in school in September and they needing some their teens need an aftercare program?
Oh, great. Thank you so much for bringing that to light, Melanie. So we do offer after school licensed childcare that operates Monday through Friday from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. for a gosh, and I'm sorry, I don't have that current rate in front of me, but if anybody's interested, most certainly I can help. We have two different types of programs. We have one that's called Therapeutic Recreation Kids Care, and then we also have a Therapeutic Leisure and Life Skills program. One of the things that's really important when you're calling or contacting us about that program is that we need to work within your school bus boundaries and ensure that the bus will go there if you're looking for that. Otherwise, most certainly you can bring your child and drop your child off at the site. But typically what people do is we make arrangements for the Board of Education to provide busing services.
Awesome.
And that, I just want to say real quick too, that goes up to age 21. And then also for summer day camps, I failed to point out that if your child is 21 and graduating, that they can still attend our summer day camps, the summer following graduation. So in the past, we hadn't done that, and we feel that that's really important, especially when 21 is, they're in that transition period, and a lot of times services aren't picked up until the fall.
It's a lifesaver. Thank you. Thank you, Park and Planning. They come to the rescue of many a day for me. All right, Miss Pam Edwards has a question.
Good evening, everyone.